These are the lights. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm not gonna count all of them, but each of those is LEDs on the rim. So each of these fixtures go back to these wires, which connect to those. So the goal is to get them on in a few hours. We'll see how we do. Alrighty, it is 10:12 p.m. October 6th, and I gotta go finish these lights. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get these lights on today, or tomorrow, right? Because it's 10. And yeah, obviously there's some that are already out that aren't gonna get on today because they're not even wired up. But yeah, time to get started. It is 10:13, so let's do this. Support. So each of those wires going to the stud is the sections, like I already. Yeah. So I mean, I'm making good headway. I mean, it's 11:08. I'd say I'm probably going to be done organizing in the next hour, then landing. Hopefully the landing doesn't take too long, but damn, I'm tired. But gotta get back to work. Oh, I have a drink. I have a fucking drink up there. Should I drink that? Alright. Just want to give an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm picking one. This is 301. So I gotta organize it with 301s, with the 302s and 303s. So I'm putting the 301s, 302s, and 303s through here, through this stud, just so I know all those go together. And the reason I'm organizing them this way, the reason I'm organizing this way is because of this sheet of paper. So these are my control cabinets. Each control cabinet is hooked up to one of these. These are called SALs, right? And they have a dolly control signal. So one of these controls each driver. So the dolly signal jumps to each driver, blah blah blah. So section 1, I wrote 1 in the middle there. You'll notice this first row is ones: 301, 301, 301, 301, 301, 302, 302, 302, 303, 303, right? And then the very next row is 304. So this whole cabinet is 301 through 303. So I'm, separating them here to transfer over and start wiring that up on this side. And then each section's that way. So 301 to 303, 304 to 306, 307 to 309, 310 to 312, and then that's the remainder, which was 313 to 315. And so each of these holes, right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I already have, the 10, 11, 12 right here. Like already started it, kind of taping it already. And then this is the rest. So once they're all separated, I can transfer over, start wiring all that bullshit up. It tells me what driver is what. And then I can do the signal here to each. And then hopefully get all those lights on. So I'll get back to you when I'm all done separating and probably wiring too. So this is my update. Driver 1 is all done. Obviously finished driver 2. And I'm working on driver 3. I'll probably stop at driver 3 and rope all the signaling and power. When I say power, I mean it's already here. And then signal, kind of like this one. Put the signal in for the rest of them. as I put the signal in, probably cap those off and those off and those off. Well, actually, no, because I'm doing those, so I'll cap off those two as I do the signal. And yeah, it's 8 hours working on this shit. Alrighty. Both them out of sideways, huh? I guess that's better. It's the power. Like that. Do that instead. Alright, I'm gonna mount this. Alrighty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 30 of these, and then 5 of these cabinets, which connect to all those and all these. So I'm gonna start wiring this up. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Don't have my drill on me. Trying my best to get this screw out. Almost there, right there is level. Feel it on the forearms. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Now I gotta start dumping power through. Yikes. Alrighty, so let's consolidate, I guess. Move this to the side. Alrighty. So I'm gonna put this straight connector in, and my plan is straight 90. I can do a little jumper from here to here. 90 back in. Again, a straight connector from here to here, and then 90 straight. Okay. I'm gonna tighten it all crazy right now. Shit. Gotta make some adjustments. Yeah, I like that. And then, I'm gonna move this in here, so I'm gonna use this hole to flex over to that one. Oh, yeah. I used that already. Shit. Oh. Oh, I need that again, so it's gonna be right there for a sec. So I don't need that much on that side, like that much. Alrighty, now this. Alrighty, so I'm finishing up here, and I have my pathway feed for everything. I want to explain it before I continue. I'm just tightening these clamps on, not too tight. It's pretty good. Alright, so my circuit's going to come from the trough, feed here into this wire nut, and these two are going to be wire nutted with it. That way, you know, current only that these draw will be on this wire, current only that these draw will be on this wire, and then they'll follow back through there. And then I'm going to run some 12 gauge from here to here, same concept. So this 12 gauge will carry the current of all three drivers going that way, and then feed onto this 12 gauge, and nothing extra will be on these wires. Same concept here, and then obviously that's the last in line, and I like it. So I'm going to start running my wire and get all of the feeds wired up first. It's a lot, man. Give it to someone special. Won't you be one shot? Da-na-na-na. And it's okay, try. Tell me, baby, do you really want me? It's been a year, that is surprise. Hi. Ay, ay, ay. There we are. Got through. So just for full context, each of these numbers is a light, and then their controller is highlighted, so I know like which ones are controlled together. And then each of the, you know, repeating numbers like 301, 301, 301 are on the same SAL. You know, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then to add further context of each of my drivers, this is my driver, and then it tells me the switch like. So 1 301, 4 301, 8 301, 14 301. Right, so I go on this list and I see what numbers they are, and I know I should tie those all to the same driver on this side. You know, these look like hot, neutral, and ground, but really they're the LED plus, LED C, and LED W for the connection to the lights. And then that's where all these tapes come in here. That's why they're all labeled like that. So as you can see, there's a grip of things that need to go into this. But these are the lights. These are the labels. This tells me what labels go with what drivers. and then that dolly signal comes from, well, I'll show it. But yeah. So step one. Power's done, power's done, power's done. And then obviously these are connected to power. So now I gotta do the signals. Hate my life. So we're gonna call this Dolly 4. Yeah, call it Dolly 4. Dolly 4. And then that will be Dolly 1, Dolly 2. Dolly is the signal, so it's the only thing that should be labeled Dolly anyways. Best I can do. If I made the wire longer, I could have tucked it in the corner, but time is a problem, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. As long as the cover closes, which it will, that's what I'm worried about. Yeah, we're good. Then that's the last one. Alrighty, so we're gonna label these. I didn't want to draw in though. Can't close it, whatever. That's what we want. That's what we chill. Louis, 3, 4. This will be 5. Oh my god, put it in the wire. Now, let me count how many. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, found my next pair, 14312B, 15312B. I can get this. Again, the reason all these different types of cables is because it's a correction error. They ended up being 3 conductor lights, so we had to like run duplicates after the fact, which is why, 2 conductor, double conductor. But we're just using these as singles. And just to reiterate that too, it's because these are my lights. You would think the manufacturer would use like different colors, but they use black, white, green. It was a little confusing at first, but these are low voltage for the LEDs. So what happened was they pulled 2 conductor originally, but they're 3 conductor lights. So all these black cables we used, we split them. So like one of these is for a 3 conductor light. This is for another 3 conductor light, which is why they're labeled 2 different things. But what makes it so complicated is that they're not identified here with the wires that go to here. I mean, I just got a cross reference, right? So like for example, 9312B is a 2 conductor. I have to find a single conductor now. 9312A. Wow, that would have been crazy, huh? 9312A, 9312B, 7. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just gonna be a real time-consuming process. Okay. got this finished. Let's fold that back. Complete. Now we just tuck these wires in. So energized, done. And then the red is just fucking extra. Just kill the fucking red off. Just gonna fold it in. I guess if like we needed a spare circuit, which we most definitely won't. What's the draw on these? Huh. 110 watts. Okay. Hi. Maybe I do need 2 circuits. Okay, I have to do the math. I mean, 120 watts divided by 1, so 1 amp. They're like around 1 amp. So 6 amps, 12 amps. Yeah, I think I need 2 circuits. Okay. 14 and 10. Yeah, I need 2 circuits. Okay. This is proving to be very time consuming. So I found 1 pair here that goes to this driver, which, yeah. Now I found another pair, 14317A, which I'm holding. So now I gotta rewrite the whole thing, tape it, stick this out, tape it to there. I'm gonna have to make all these connections outside the box, because it's just gonna look really stupid and really filled and cluttered if I make all the connections in here. Probably can't close the cover. Luckily it's low voltage, so that is allowed. But this is insanely time consuming. 14. $14, $3, $12. B, I'm trying to write as neat as possible too, which is like an added issue. Oh. Probably why oh butthole. Okay, I found my first solid pair. These two go together. So now what I gotta do is look on this sheet here. 15311A. 15303. Nope. I hate my life. 15, 311A. 15311A. That's in section 4, and it's the 4th driver. So, section 4, 4th driver. 15311A. Okay. So it's the 4th driver here. So let me pair this up right now since I found it. I should probably put some tape on here. I'll find somewhere flat to lay this so I can write on it. Then just copy that, right? 15311A. I don't really use semicolons, but I guess now I will. 19311A. A 15311B. (19311B). Okay. We'll call this driver 4. And what we do is we take that tape now, we apply it to 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we tape it here. Lift it up a bit so that way I don't infringe upon opening the. This is gonna be a fun day, dude. It's gonna be fun, fun, fun. There we are. And then, well, we've got to open that. All these lights will hook up to this. So each driver, these are the sections. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then obviously 3. You know, each section is 6 drivers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is also 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. With that being said, I should start one, 2, 3, 4, 5. These labels are wrong now, right? Because I relabeled them on here. So we'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I gotta do is, ouch, I gotta send this signal, this purple and this striped white, to 1, and I need to send it to 1 here. So if I open up this, dolly N is negative, dolly L is positive, and then I'll jump that here, there, and they all get this same signal for 1. Then 2, same thing, also the same signal. 3 gets all the same signal. 4 gets all the same signal. 5 gets all the same signals. And then these just need to receive constant power to be able to connect to them on the app. And then each of these, which I already have here, this also has to receive constant power. So these are always on. These are always on. And these signals control what these do with the lights. And then of course I have to, according to that sheet, bring all my switch legs, various numbered switch legs, over to each corresponding driver location. So for example, this is 1, so that my first driver in 1 is going to have 1 301, 4 301, 8 301, and 14 301, and then that will be hooked up to all these. So this will have, this driver will have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights, and then the next driver will have 2 lights, so on and so forth.